I like Taco Bell. I go there and I get the Josh Kuderna special. I get 2 7-layer burritos and I just go on my way, right? And I went there the other day and I had to go inside because my air conditioning doesn't work, ladies. And I'm inside and I'm waiting in line. I'm getting excited and I'm kind of looking around. And I look over at the sauces and I see 4 empty buckets where they would normally be, right? No Verde, no Fire, no Diablo, no Burn Your Butthole sauce, nothing, right? So by the time I get up to the counter, I'm like, excuse me, are you guys out of sauces? And the chick behind the counter, she goes, yeah, unfortunately we are. And the woman that just ordered ahead of me, she turns around and she goes, well, what's the fucking point then? Like, this woman loves sauces. And the chick behind the counter, she goes, I'm so sorry, but we're out. And the woman goes, good, refund my shit right now. And she proceeds to get a refund for $19 and change, which is like $50 million in Taco Bell money. That's nuts, especially for one person. What did she come in? She's like, just give me the whole left side of the menu. I don't give a fuck what it is. They're all conduits for sauce. Give it to me, right? So she gets out of there, I order my food, I'm kind of standing there, I'm like, whoa, was that, right? And the chick behind the counter, she goes, sir, I forgot to give you your receipt. And she hands it to me, right? But there's a purple piece of paper on top. I'm like, ooh, maybe it's a phone number, you know? Like, maybe this chick is into guys that look like they've been in middle school way too long, you know, right? Right?
You're good.
Maybe she likes adults with braces. All chicks do, my mom tells me. And so I'm excited. I'm getting 2 burritos. It's a phone number. Hell yeah, right? I flip over this purple piece of paper, and it's in Comic Sans font, which is a bummer right out of the gate. Right? And then I read what it says. It says, Taco Bell, job fair, Saturday. Has that ever happened to you? Have you ever gone to get fast food and they're like, you should work here? Like, what? She was basically like, I'm gonna make your food this time, but you're gonna make it every other fucking time. And I was leaving, she's like, have a nice day. I go, what's the fucking point? Like I said, I live in Baltimore. You guys don't seem too keen on it, but that's cool. That's just where I live. And, okay, all right, cool, one person, again, thank you. I like Baltimore, man. I know we don't have the best reputation as a city, but I really like my city. And I just found out, you guys, that I live in a nice neighborhood in Baltimore. Thank you. Again, more laughs from the dark, perfect. I was hanging out at a park in my neighborhood, smoking drugs, as you do, and there was a man there on heroin, I assume, because he had this thing going on, you know? Like, he looked like a wacky inflatable arm man, like slowly losing power, you know? He might have climbed Everest. I don't know what he did, you know? And I'm watching him, right? And as I'm watching him, a car drives by really fast, and it catches this gentleman's attention. And he comes out of his stupor, and he looks up to where the car was, and he goes, hey! Slow down, you fucking asshole! This is a nice neighborhood. Yeah. So that's how I learned I live in a nice neighborhood. I had no idea. You can keep your Silver Lake, okay? And as I was leaving, he was like, you have a blessed day, young man. And I did, so. And I needed that too, you guys, because I just got braces, like I said. Ladies, and it sucks. I'm 29 years old, just got braces, right? Terrible time to get them. What makes it worse is they cost $6,000. Okay, that affected 2 people. The rest of you are like, we got $6,000, bro. It's fine, all right? Put fucking $6,000 under my seat if it's wobbly. You understand? All right? Leave that shit there when I'm done and get some motherfucking kale juice. Yeah. White people are like, yeah, I am gonna do that. Yeah, it's a superfood. But there is a silver lining, you guys, and not just the one on my teeth. I gotta thank, gotta thank my dad for that joke. Dad, get out! out here. Come on. What if he did come out and he does a set? He's like, you ever be disappointed in your son? How come he can't catch a ball? What's with that? Now, you guys, silver lining, the braces cost a lot, but they came with a complimentary canoe. Yeah, so I don't drown in pussy. Pretty cool, huh? Right? God closes a door, he opens a... Is it too early for a pussy joke? Is that the vibe? Okay, no more pussy jokes. You ever notice pussy be like... No, I'm just kidding. I'll leave. Thanks for having me on the show, Kurt. Thank you. All right, I'll leave you guys with this, with a cubicle story. We recently had a baby shower at work the other day, and that's right, a coworker, Jess, is having a baby, you guys. Got a Jess fan up front, nice. And we had to get together in the triple conference room, see all the gifts she got, right, you know, sip our coffee, eat some gluten-free cake. Isaac's loving it. We're having a good time in there. And Jess is taking it real serious, right? Like, every gift she presents, it's like Simba being presented in The Lion King. Like, behold, a onesie. And we're in there, and I'm sitting next to a coworker, older black woman that I work with. Her name is Curleen. And we talk about the weather. That's our relationship, you know? Like, you have those people at work that you're friendly with, but you only talk about one thing, you know? You're like, hey, Karen, you still watching Bones? Cool. You know, like... Nice. Me and Carlene, our relationship is the weather. That's what we talk about. So, you know, we're sitting there at this little shower, and I'm like, no, yeah, it's been pretty warm, but I hope you have a good weekend, you know? Meanwhile, Jess is still presenting all her gifts, okay? Next gift she presents is something called butt paste, all right? Which is just a cream for diaper rash. It just has a weird name, you know? So we're like, oh, who got that? Was that you, Shelly? You're a pistol. That is a fun gift. That is... No more Fig Newtons for Shelly, you know? And so, kind of giggling around the office, and while this is going on, while there's like some light giggles, out of nowhere, Curleen leans into my face and she goes, I need some of that. And she just stared at me for the remainder of my set. She goes, I need some of that for when I get my ass chewed out. Yeah, and me and Curleen are not on ass chewing level talk. We talk about the weather. That's our relationship, right? So shit has changed, and changed quickly. But at the same time, time slowed down like a car crash. Like, she was just like, my ass. Chew that. Like, I felt like I was in the Matrix, but instead of bullets flying at me in slow-mo, it was just weird fucking statements. And I was like, whoa. What does that mean? Is she saying her husband eats her butt? Does she want me to eat her butt? And then I slowly realized in my fog, she means like chew your ass out, like when somebody yells at you, right? Yeah, it took me a second, but I figured it out, you know? But I also figured out she's being pretty coy, right? She's trying to put me in a tough spot in front of all her coworkers. So I was like, well, I'm gonna put her in a tough spot. I'm gonna volley it right back. So I go, yeah, girl, you better get some of that paste. You better get a whole drum of it. Because I'm gonna chew your ass out after this. You guys are feeling pretty bad for Curleen right now, aren't you? Well, don't, because she didn't miss a beat. She volleys it right back. She goes, not with them braces, you know. We've been married 3 years. I've been Josh Kuderna. You guys have been so fun. Thank you so much.
Josh Kuderna, ladies and gentlemen. Hey. Scott, what's going on? Oh, are you videotaping me, Scott?
I am now.
Why? Because you're excited about it?
So
Or is it for a lawsuit? This man abused me for an hour and a half.